I cannot believe March is over. 2025 is flying by, and in just a few days, we'll have more information on the Switch too. In the meantime, let's go back through all the games I played this March. Hi, my name is Nikki, and welcome to the Cozy Cove. I multi-stream on YouTube and Twitch weekly, so subscribe to become a merfolk. This month, I played 8 new games, continued playing 2 games, and even started playing a game from my backlog. With 11 games to cover for March, let's dive in. The very first game I played this March was Carmen Sandiego. I was so excited when I learned about this game. Carmen Sandiego was my childhood. I still remember the old PC game and playing it at my middle school library. This new Carmen Sandiego game was previously only available through Netflix, but is now out on all platforms. If you haven't followed Carmen Sandiego recently, Netflix produced a new show back in 2019, and this game is based on that version of Carmen Sandiego. She is no longer the thief you grew up chasing. Carmen is a former thief who now dedicates her life to stopping Vile, short for the Villains International League of Evil. Carmen Sandiego was developed and published by Gameloft, and like Disney Dreamlight Valley, unfortunately it suffers from some poor gameplay mechanics. I loved playing as Carmen to search for clues and speak to suspects, but in order to continue the story, Carmen needs to level up. I found that I could not level up enough by playing the main story, so I would need to stop and play side quests that the game calls Acme Files. This ruined the immersion of the main storyline. It literally stopped me from playing the main story to level up to unlock more main story. While the side missions were fun, I had originally sat down with the intention to play hours of the story. I personally hated that the main story was locked behind Carmen's spy level and that the main story itself wasn't sufficient to level up and continue the main story. If you played last year's Endless Oceans Luminous, it's exactly like that. Do this side thing to unlock more main story. After a few levels and very little main story done, I put Carmen down, feeling really disappointed after going in so excited. The rest of the gameplay was really good and was reminiscent of the older Carmen Sandiego games. Aside from searching for clues on your suspects, you would also encounter facts about the city and country you were currently in. Carmen Sandiego was always about edutainment, and I'm really happy that has continued to this day. While I love Carmen Sandiego, I would not recommend this game at its full price. If you're okay with grinding levels, I would say wait for a sale, as the full price of this game is $30, with the deluxe edition at $50. The next game I played in March was Grimoire Groves. This game actually surprised me. I honestly didn't expect to like it, but what I played was good. Grimoire Groves is a roguelite dungeon crawler, and I love those genres. You play as Primrose and help your fellow witches to restore Grimoire Groves. The enemies you encounter are all magical plants, and you must defeat them and find the portal to the next level of the dungeon, or in this case, the forest. The battle mechanics were fun and fairly simple to understand. Some areas had an overwhelming number of enemies, and they respawn if you backtrack, which I did too many times when looking for the portal. These are only my early thoughts, as I haven't even played 3 hours yet. Overall, this is a solid dungeon crawler that cozy gamers can fall in love with. Bookbound became the game many of us didn't know we needed. In Bookbound, you get to run and decorate your very own bookshop. You will purchase books, maintain your store, and advertise to customers walking around the town. You can even write and sell your own books. Bookbound has a beautiful pixel art style and is very easy to learn. It is a great game to play to relax or play for a quick gaming session. The gameplay loop can get repetitive, which I don't mind, but will dissuade some players. I really love all the book and narrative related games that have been released and announced lately. Books have always been my coziness, and I'm so excited to see books in my games. This is a great game to pick up, and it's only $6.99. I'm not going to spend too much time on this next game, as there are many videos and reviews out there. Sugardew Island is a very basic farming and shop simulation game. Everyone hoped this would fill the Animal Crossing void or be the next big cozy game hit, but unfortunately, it just missed the mark. The gameplay is far too simplistic, and the repetitiveness in this game becomes boring. You can't even move around your shop or restock the shelves when it's open. Most games incentivize you to return or to complete tasks, but in Sugardew Island, everything felt very hollow. I wasn't invested in the NPCs or the farm or shop enough to want to continue. And for $17, I would not recommend this game. I personally think this game would be more fun for children, but I still wouldn't pay $17 when there are so many better farming sims to play. So I know this game has been highly praised, but I don't think I've played enough to understand why yet. Wanderstop is a narrative game where you play as Alta and run a tea shop, much to Alta's chagrin. This game is about taking it slow and resetting after burnout. While I fully understand the intention, I did get bored playing the beginning and didn't have a chance to go back to it. I've heard incredible things, so I will pick this one back up as soon as I can. The graphics and art style are breathtaking. Aside from the intrigue of the story, it was the art that truly drew me in. Stay tuned for more thoughts on Wanderstop. On the flip side, I could not stop playing Expelled, an overboard game. Expelled is an interactive fiction game where you play as a girl at a boarding school and are about to be expelled. Why? Oh, well, everyone thinks you pushed a girl out of a window from the school's highest tower. I went into the game with the assumption that the main character is innocent, but is she? This game has so many twists and turns, and after almost 4 hours, I still haven't fully solved the mystery. I love the comic book style graphics and the occasional voice acting thrown in. This game gave me the one more try mentality I get from dungeon crawlers, and I loved it. I waited a year to finally play this game, and it was well worth the wait. Slime Heroes is a Souls-like action RPG. Now, I know you all just screamed, "That isn't cozy!" But just you wait. In Slime Heroes, you play as a little adorable slime that you get to customize. As you play through the game, you can find adorable accessories to put on your slime that doubles as stat boosts. Fashionable and functional. There are also all kinds of difficulty settings in the accessibility menu. I played this game on normal mode and didn't have a hard time with the fights until I found a test your strength dungeon. And boy, were they not kidding. I could not complete that dungeon to save my life. So after many deaths, I was frustrated enough to basically make my slime invincible. After completing the dungeon, I reset all my settings back to normal and continued playing. Slime Heroes is a blast, and it's super cute too. If you don't like combat in your cozy games, then definitely skip this one. I personally love combat, even in cozy games, and being able to change the settings at will is game-changing. I highly recommend it. This next game was just released in early access on Steam and already has mostly positive reviews. Call of Boba is an adorable RPG where you play as a little penguin named Bobo, who starts working at a struggling boba tea shop. By day, you'll run the tea shop and serve customers. By night, battle through a dream world for ingredients. Luckily, if you aren't interested in combat, there is a lamp in your home you can turn on that allows you to skip the dream world. Ingredients can also be purchased and or grown. Explore the town and form relationships with the citizens. Call of Boba is adorable. I love the art style and the tea shop gameplay. Unfortunately for me, the combat mechanics fell flat. I love combat in my cozy games, but the mechanics in this game just didn't hit for me. I'm hoping they work on polishing the combat in future updates. Call of Boba is in early access, and I will be waiting for some updates or even 1.0 before picking it up again. Aside from all the new games, I dove into my backlog and finally resumed Spiritfarer. I regret ever putting this game down. I've been obsessed the past couple of weeks and am working on beating it. In case you aren't familiar, Spiritfarer is a management game that revolves around themes of death. You play as Stella, who becomes the new Spiritfarer. Your job? To assist the spirits you encounter with their unfinished business and help them move on. The art style in this game is visually breathtaking, and the stories are incredible. Every spirit story is so well written, and the connections you form will make it that much harder to say goodbye. I've played almost 40 hours, and I only have 20% of the game completed. To be fair, this percentage probably includes side quests and other collectibles, but it still speaks to the enormity of this game. Spiritfarer is often on sale and is a cozy game staple. I cannot recommend this game enough. I also continued playing 2 games from last month. We're still working on our Cabernet Nihilism run on stream and are about halfway through. If you're interested in checking out Cabernet, watch my review video or dive into a live stream. The second game I continued playing was Afterlove EP by Pixelnasia. I was so excited when Afterlove EP was selected as the Slow Burn Podcast Side Quest Game of the Month. I was already playing Afterlove EP and I was loving it. Now that I've completed the game, I have many thoughts. I don't want to spoil the game, so I'll keep this brief. Afterlove EP is a gorgeous game artistically and musically. It is definitely a must-play game in my opinion. I was only partially satisfied with the ending I discovered, so I'm excited to dive back in for a different ending. There were parts I didn't love about the game, but I think the pros outweigh the cons with this one. Well, that was all the games I played this March. Sadly, none of the new games gave me that wow moment, but some of the games were really good. My favorite game from this month was definitely Spiritfarer. I also didn't get to every game I wanted to play this month, and that's okay. I am really excited to see what April has in store for me. Don't forget to like and subscribe for all the Cozy Cove content. Did you play any of these games? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.